And we're back with our third game of the day out of 4. Shuga, we just saw a quite the contest between Above the Law and Stay Safe. I couldn't remember who the hell played. And now we have more familiar faces.
Yeah, it's gonna be Big Guys. Oh my god, no, sorry, Big Guy is a player, but Big Fans versus Lycus Empire. And I mean, bro, talk about the map for me. Or talk about the players, actually. Let's look at the players.
I wish there were big guys on my screen, but we'll have to settle for big fans. Cordell and Jardin have been together for... Oh my god, how freaking long have these guys been playing together? A while. They've been together for a very long time. And this is actually the original team where Matt Bonger came from. Perseus and Kosa round out the squad. I have not casted them two yet, but I'm incredibly excited to cast big fans again. These guys have been around for forever. Aggro, Candle, Cryptics have been together in T3 for a bit. Ozone and Woos previously teaming on Outlast just before Outlast was relegated. But man, Matt Bonger versus Candle R6 is gonna be a battle of the ages.
Yeah, man. I'm excited for it. I'm also excited for the maps. We see Cafe and Clubhouse off rip. I'm excited to see Clubhouse gone, because I see that map way too much and I'm tired of it. Even though sometimes I do love it. Villa's gonna be banned last by Big Fans. They get the second ban, now they get the last, and now, after all said and done, after all the other maps have been done and dusted, we get Skyscraper. And I don't see it. I don't see a lot of Skyscraper because I mainly cast like T3, maybe T4 sometimes. Even like some collegiate. Skyscraper is not a map that I see a lot.
It's I mean, it's not a map that we saw a lot in Challenger League either, but when we did see it, it was always a fun time. I love Skyscraper. Skyscraper is freaking cool. Again, new-ish map, so it's still not not completely fleshed out, but there are still defaults that have been established. Every site is viable. Well,
apart from bedroom.
Yeah, 3 sites are viable. 1 site is like, it's okay. Like you can play it and you can win it, but it's not amazing. But this map tends to lean attacker sided, tends to be pretty fast paced too, considering how small it is. It's bigger now, but it's relatively small for a comp siege map. But the fact that this map is coming out in qualifiers is surprising, because typically qualifiers we stick to, cafe, club, Oregon, villa, almost like over and over again. Sometimes we'll get like a chalet or a border, but Skyscraper coming out is really weird. The fact that big fans are confident enough to ban villa over this map is a good sign.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be as exciting as what we saw at Clubhouse, because I mean, it's hard to make Clubhouse like a very entertaining map to watch, but Achieve Esports Achieve Esports, Jesus Christ, they both have the same name. They both have the same letter at the beginning of the name. Above the Law, and Stay Safe. That was like a really good game on Clubhouse, and I really did fully enjoy it. I actually wanted that game to go to OT, like you did too. But I mean, we get to go to Skyscraper, and I like a lot of the new maps that have been added in a 9 map pool that was implemented at the start of this stage 1 in a comp for Pro League and whatnot. And I don't really like Border, but Skyscraper I think is a really fun addition.
You don't like Border?
I mean, I don't like Border, no.
I like Border. Why don't you like Border?
I have to
justify yourself. Justify yourself right now.
I don't think I will. Yeah.
You at least like Theme Park?
I love Theme Park.
All right, no, at least there's that. I'm glad you're a theme park enjoyer. I like all 3 of the maps. I mean, Theme Park, strategically in depth. Skyscraper, fast-paced, attacker-sided. Border. I mean, Border, you kind of do the same thing over and over again, but at least the things you're doing are like full map extensions, so I think they're cool. And it is also fast-paced, because I think it's the smallest map in the comp pool, if I'm not mistaken. It's smaller than Chalet, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's smaller than Chalet. And I've always been partial to small maps. I remember even before the Chalet rework, like old Chalet, I was an old Chalet enjoyer. So we'll have to see. Big fans starting on the attack, starting on what is typically the advantageous side on this map with Lycus Empire. Of course, defense being afforded the first ban, and they will open with the Nook, because why wouldn't you?
Yeah, no. Nook is becoming more default ban across every single map nowadays. It doesn't matter. I've seen a lot of Nook bans, especially on border. And I talked about this with like another caster before that I don't really think Nook is an advantageous ban on a map like border just because of how small it is. She's usually better on bigger maps in general. The fact because you get to lurk around, unlock a lot of key parts that you need to unlock on the defensive side of things. Monty makes a lot of sense on Skyscraper just because of his deadly karaoke tea room executes. He's very good at getting top black early on or really fast at unlocking that top black area of the map. And then the last two bans are going to be Kaid and Valk.
Especially because there are wide areas of Skyscraper with hard floors and no C4 potentially. It can be pretty difficult to counter the Monty unless you're like right up against him as a smoke, like we've seen sometimes in Challenger League, which is pretty funny. But we start ourselves on Office and Exhibition. Not the site that we typically see first. Usually T is the primary, but we'll start on the opposite upstairs site. Of course, you know, it doesn't matter which upstairs site you're going to, though. You're going to be extending almost all the way into the other one. At the very least, you're going to be in Dragon, which is if you don't have multiple attackers, actually, if you don't have more than 2 attackers taking Dragon, it's pretty difficult to rip out of the hands of the defense, especially fighting around the Dragon statue. The defender is almost always going to have that advantage. A reinforcement at their back, they can just pile up utility in that small little room. They'll even bandit trick the T-wall, which makes me think they'll be extending over towards that side of the map, but no, they'll, again, stay towards Dragon, stay towards Shrine, and just have someone downstairs.
They leave that single paneled wall on the south side balk area behind the mirror wall. So I mean
the VIP wall?
The VIP wall, sorry. Yeah. Left that wide open. Yeah, they left it soft. They actually made like a rotate hole on it.
Huh?
You'll see it. Wait, hold up. You'll see it. Okay, maybe you won't. But yeah. Big fence. They're already inside of the map. Under a minute. You see them already move inside of Karaoke T. That's good shield play by Ozone as he takes out Perseus, and that's 2 pairs of nades already going for Big fence.
That was a bit careless from Perseus, not checking the angle before going for the sledge. Unfortunately, with a barbed wire like that, it's hard to safely sledge it without exposing yourself. But again, that's why you should check the angle first. The stuns will flush the Jaeger off, and they'll eventually deal with said shield, but still, it comes at quite a price. Banshee on the house stairs will reveal the location of the Jackal. Candle R6 tries to peek in, but gets his head cut off by Cordell. Mirror window being pinged, too, is one of those situations where the soft floors work in favor of the attack. Able to shotgun right under it and open that mirror window. Dealing a lot of damage to aggro as well with the secondary shotgun, which is not something that we see do really much of anything in combat. Matt Bonger, Ozone, now dead. 4 versus 3, especially with those mirror windows open. Big fans probably feeling pretty good about their position, but Woos still strikes back. And that forces the members of Big Fans to kind of come through a bottleneck. Woos, though, not paying attention, lets Matt Bonger through, lets him shoot him in the back. Jarden follows it up on a Cryptix, and now Aggro, who was tagged up by that shotgun earlier, is left alone in a 1 versus 3. Misses some shots, reveals his location, and is finished off by Jarden.
Sorry, I lied. It was the cocktail bar wall or lounge wall.
Yeah.
My fault.
All good.
Yeah. Even despite that early kill and losing their sledge, they were able to like breeze past that like dragon / terrace. Well, not really a terrace setup. They just reinforced that terrace wall between dragon to make it easier for Ozone to play in that position. It looks like we will be having a rehost as somebody did leave, or not having a rehost, but we will be just here watching us. But I mean, that last round again, even despite that early kill from Ozone and all of that stuff, it seemed like big fans had a really easy job of just moving in on that side of the map. There wasn't really a lot of resistance, mind you, because Ozone was literally the only person holding that area anyways.
Yeah, Candle's early death on the main stairs and Matt Bonger being allowed to just kind of do whatever he wants. Big downfall for Lycus Empire. It's one of those situations where you're going to have to do your best to control Matt Bonger. Matt Bonger, you know, has... was he in Challenge really? I can't remember if he was ever in CL. But he was definitely, like, right there a few times. Very experienced player, nasty fragger, as he's always been. And you're going to have to do your best to control him. Jarden, Cordell, Kosa, and Perseus, I have not seen them play. Well, I've never seen Perseus or Kosa play. I haven't seen Jarden or Cordell play in quite a while. They've never really been in any of the major T3 leagues. And now that they have Matt Bonger, I mean, that's going to be a huge driving force that Lycus Empire are going to have to try and account for. Because so far, I mean, even though Woos was able to get that opening pick, that was kind of it. That was the only solid foothold they had. Yeah, sure. The Bandit did a great job of swinging out and catching the player on the balcony. Oh no, that was Woos. Who was the Jaeger player? Ozone?
Ozone, yeah.
Ozone, yeah. So Ozone did a good job getting the first pick. Woos did a good job, you know, swinging out and getting that player on the balcony repel. But again, at the end of the day, exposing yourself behind the bar and having the entirety of VIP open for Matt Bonger to walk out into, that kill doesn't really matter at the end of the day. But we finally got Matt Bonger back in the lobby and resuming scores 1-0 big fans. And it seems like, yeah, Lycus Empire are not going to try that site again.
I don't think there was anything wrong with their setup. Like you mentioned, it was just like them overexposing themselves just maybe a little bit too much. Maybe could have had somebody holding terrace just behind, just to support that the lounge players who were holding that mirror window, maybe, towards office. So really, again, not really a lot of things wrong with the setup. It was just the way that they played it. Maybe playing a little bit too aggressively, especially Candle on the main stairs, just giving his life away for free to the Jackal, just playing underneath.
5 seconds left before.
And I mean, he did get that sound cue with the Malusi, so he decided to play himself off of that, but still, just a little bit. He's got too much sauce on his chip, or whatever that meme is. It's like, oh, you got too much dip on your chip. Yeah, that's what it is.
Huh?
You don't know what I mean? Dude, it's like literally a video, and it's like this dude who's like, oh, whoa, hold on now, you got too much dip on your chip. That's what it is.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Oh, man.
Anyway.
That's crazy.
Cordell, looking to make his way into the building pretty early on, looking to hunt down Aggro, who's playing in the downstairs bathroom, tucked in the corner. MP5K out, not playing with the shotgun. Strange that people still bring the MP5K, considering it doesn't have a 1.5 anymore. It's kind of like, you know, well, what's the point now? But he's playing it. He's getting Jackal tracked by Cordell. Jackal is on the hunt. He's got pings. Aggro's evading the sightline for now, but he finally gets caught as shots start to go through the window by his back. Hunted down successfully by Cordell, and big fans deny an important C4 from below.
I think he was also just trying to play behind his mute jammers as well, because I think he had some set up on the first floor along with him. And he just couldn't properly play behind that because, again, or if he did, then they were completely null and void because the Jackal was able to easily track him on that first floor. No trade value in his position either because he's the only player literally on that side of the map. So he was playing that position to die and I guess to waste a lot of time. And it seemingly has worked because a minute is already, or over a minute has gone by, and big fans are just now getting off his control.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
Oh my god!
Oh, bad timing for Candle R6. Could have had a freebie there, but looks away at the wrong time. There's a player downstairs that he could happen upon. It's the Jackal, and he wins the fight against Cordell. Jarden In the meantime, goes down off screen. The man advantage has now turned in the favor of the defense. Lycus Empire up a single body. Candle R6 looking like he wants to go back downstairs and work a flank. In the meantime, big fans have slowed down. They need to search for an opening, but the gas canisters are going to close off this doorway. Luckily, they've at least opened the wall. Kosa working with his hard breach, trying to create more avenues into the site for his team. Shot out by the smoke, so unfortunately it's an angle, but no way in. Matt Bonga, the next to die to Candle R6. 2 kills on the round for the alibi. Kosa lit up by the Jaeger, finished off by Woos, and Perseus finds himself in a 1 versus 4. Tagged up and finished off by Cryptics. Lycus Empire tie the score.
It took big fans, even though they got that opening pick, it took them a while to fully get control of Office Exhibition. And even then, they still had they used a lot of utility to try and clear that first floor from aggro, or not really a lot. They used the Jackal track and also some drones as well. And with a minute, over a minute already gone for big fans, and them kind of like running just a little bit low on time, especially when they're just moving into Shrine and into drums. You still have to clear a lot of the time-wasting utility there from Lycus Empire. The smoke grenades that was also holding them back just a little bit. Candle was also still on top of the balcony too, and then he jumped off and got a kill for his trouble. So, good kill from him as well. Lycus Empire find one back. Now we get to see Kitchen Barbecue, and I really do like this site, all things considered. One of my favorite sites in the game.
All right, so Zero and Kappa Tower coming out from big fans as well. Interested to see what Kosa does with that operator. With how Lycus Empire were playing too, they were very fluid, so I understand Cordell's decision to pick up the Zero, give his team a little more info, try to shut down those flanks and shut down the rotations from Lycus Empire. Meantime, Kosa on the rappel. And setting up outside on the first floor pretty early on, while they also set up on the second. So I think big fans wanting to allocate, not necessarily less resources, but just don't want to allocate their entire team to the top floor clear, which would, if they don't need their entire team and do clear the top floor efficiently, then having people already set up on this first floor will just make the execute stage more efficient.
Like you said, they're gonna continue setting up on this first floor, opening up the bathroom wall, looking towards the barbecue area, so they have an extra line of sight to work with. Gonna also get open the main barbecue wall as well. One drone got destroyed, one player also got destroyed as Cordell falls. So that gets rid of the Zero. Hopefully he placed his cameras around the map at least. But since that kill came quite early, I don't think he did. Now, Thermite, though, he didn't go plant down behind the grill. And barbecue are now behind the grill, right next to one of the grills. Woos finds one onto Matt Bonger. It's a 3v4 post-plant as Jarden falls. But still, I mean, 4v2.
Perseus is going to have to try and hop in, and he's low HP. Kosa gets lit up in his fight against aggro as well. Candle R6 knows he's there, gets the successful kill. Cryptics, the last one. And despite big fans getting in early, getting the trade, and getting the plant down, it's Lycus Empire with a phenomenal retake, ensuring that big fans could not back off to their post-plant positions and take the round and the lead.
Yeah. Despite cracking the nut open, the nut being the site, just couldn't find the more appetizing part of the nut. Plant going down and all that good stuff, but Lycus Empire, again, it wasn't really a lot of contention for a lot of different parts of the map neither. And so it just felt like in the post-plant positionings for Lycus Empire, or not Lycus Empire, for big fans, it felt that maybe that they got like a little bit overwhelmed, especially when a lot of the gunfights that were being taken, it wasn't necessarily like big fans were holding crossfires or anything. They weren't. It was like a lot of 1v1s. And so I don't really think that again, I don't really. That's why I don't really think that post plant went to plan the way that they wanted it to, because of how chaotic the post plant was.
10 seconds to go.
Yeah.
5 seconds to insertion.
Device placed.
I've been liking the dedication to the
Attacker
bandit
objective is to locate a bomb.
from Lycus Empire as well.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's you know, with the Thatcher rework, he is kind of like by proxy come back into the meta a little bit too. Bandit and Doc both, you know, rearing their heads again. The Mira being played by Lycus Empire, just like they did on the previous attempt of this site. It didn't do too much for them, though, because of the placements of those mirrors. They were right under soft floors. Very easy for Cordell to just go under, have the mirror window ping for him, and shotgun it out as the Jackal that he is playing once again. Big fans opting to bring a Flores as well, and it seems like they've already cleared out Geisha. That defender not wanting to have anything to do with the clear.
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, big fans have been really good at isolating a lot of like 1vx situations that like this Empire put themselves in. Apart from the very first round where we saw Ozone literally get a kill behind a shield, but even then, that was a situation where big fans didn't check for an angle. Now you see them being a bit more keen in their drone work, trying to drone out a lot of the areas of the map so that nothing goes unnoticed to them. And they've already gotten T karaoke. I mean, again, not Lycus Empire, sorry. Big fans moving into the map pretty slowly. All things considered, a minute has already gone by. And, I mean, they're doing their job. They're doing their work for them. Yeah. Well.
Ooh. Quick peek battle between Perseus and Candelar 6 on that Aruni DMR. I'm surprised they haven't sent Cordell downstairs to deal with the mirror windows yet. Those are still going strong. Candelar 6 with a brilliant angle through the dragon, and that's what I was saying. Fighting against a defender there is so hard because of the ability to play in and around that statue. Ozone somehow gets team killed by an impact grenade, though. As Candelar 6 is looking to push up, the ace charge going by his back, and he gets out? Somehow, he Houdinis his way out of Dragon and evades death, at least for now. Matt Bonger and Kosa both very lit up for the price of Ozone's life.
Bomb located by attacker.
Looks like not Percy. It looks like Garden's going to try and come through Terrace with Candelar 6 manning the house stairs, fighting against Cordell. Has that scanner up, but of course, because Candle hasn't gone downstairs, those footprints aren't available to him. Aggro tucked in the corner finds one. Candelar 6 taking the fight, gets another. 4 versus 3 now in the favor of Lycus Empire for this defense, despite the pre-fire from Perseus. Aggro smokes him, and another on the Kosa. And it's just down to Jordan after Aggro's Herculean hold of a single corner, and the pre-fire does not land. Wooz survives, gets the kill, and Lycus Empire extend their lead.
Candle doesn't get that kill on main stairs. Mira is left in a considerably worse position in that round for Lycus Empire. So the fact that they're again, the Jackal for big fans is not able to like get that kill, take main stairs control, and help his teammates pinch the Mira that was in that tight left corner. Yeah, that was huge. And Kendall, again, with probably, in my honest opinion, the biggest kill in that round. Although, I mean, hats off as well to Wooz. Playing that tight left corner from the Dragon doorway into VIP. And not losing his composure, winning almost every single one of his gunfights. But again, that would not be possible were it not for the kill from Kendall on the main stairs. And I will preach that until the day I die. Put it on my tombstone. Actually, I don't even know if I want to be buried at this point.
Yeah?
Yeah, cremation sounds like heaven or hell, whatever, I don't know.
My dad always says he wants to be bronzed.
What does that
Put
mean?
in the front, like covered in bronze and turned into a statue. And he wants us to put him up in the front yard.
Okay. I mean, that sounds cool.
Yeah, I'll just have a statue with my dad's corpse in it forever.
It sounds like
Freaking
something
awesome.
the Romans would do. The Greeks, Romans. I don't know.
They were mainly marble and stuff. But
Oh, okay.
we're on our way back to tea and karaoke. Aggro will be the first casualty, immediately refragged by Cryptic. So although Cordell gets one, You won't get any more than that. He did knock out Legion pretty early on, even though Legion's not the biggest utility pick in the world. Still, he's going to die with a lot of that goo still in pocket and left unused. Meanwhile, big fans trying to deal with the extension over by Office. Mainly, I think it's just, what, Ozone and, Ozone and Candle R6, who the latter shoots a drone and just scurries away. Satisfied with the fact that they got a trade, satisfied with the fact they wasted about a minute. They're just kind of playing for drones, and, I mean, rightly so. Big fans only have 4 left.
Yeah. The Legion and the Jackal are, well, I wouldn't even really say this about the Jackal, because I think he's very important in helping you grab more intel. At least because literally Lycus Empire have put their footprints, put their paws all over the side of the map where big fans are encountering, which is Exhibition and Office. So getting the intel on where a lot of these players are would be very helpful to them. Instead, they're left having to...
Wow, that shit was kicking.
Yeah, dry peek a lot of the time. Not dry peek, but use their drones instead. And they only have 4 drones to work with. But, I mean, it's a good kill there from Matt Bonger onto Candle. And at least they get some more ground gained with that kill. But, ooh, wait. The timing on that from Cryptics looks away at the last second. Oh.
Ooh. And Ozone gets a little too overzealous. Perseus on the rappel claps him. Now it's Cryptics and Woos. 2 versus 4. We'll see if the Challenger League talent from Woos is enough to get them the victory in this round. Nope, it is not. He immediately dies to Perseus, leaving Cryptics alone to try and clutch it out. The Thermite jumps in, and Cryptics whiffs! This guy's a whiffer! Nah, that's crazy.
Oh,
you
man.
gotta win. Dude, you are 3 feet away with the SMG-11 against a Thermite. You gotta win that.
See, me personally.
I can say with confidence, I would have won that.
Really?
I would have won that. What can I say?
What's your
Cryptic,
highest
get a grip.
rank?
My highest? Wow. I don't know. I haven't played ranked in like 4 seasons, but last time I played, I was like flat 1, I think.
Okay, no, that's real. I haven't played ranked in a while neither.
I haven't played Siege in a bit. Actually, I've been grinding COD.
I've been doing Valorant. Valorant is like...
Boo!
Wow.
Boo!
I was also gonna say CSGO. Can I get some cheers for that?
Alright, CSGO's fine.
Yeah. That's crazy. I get hate on my grind. Why?
Yeah, good. I'm a hater. What can I say?
For Valorant?
I am the Valorant hater.
10 seconds
Come
remaining.
on.
Hate that game. Terrible.
That's
5
crazy.
seconds left.
You know, it's not terrible.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
I don't know.
Oh my...
Big fans are bringing out Nomad now, though, figuring, hey, Zero was a bust because we actually have to have people watching said cams. Now, we can use a set and forget gadget. Look at that.
Yeah.
They take Nomad. Like his Empire have been playing very fluid so far. They want to shut down those rotates, especially on a site like Barbecue where they got retook on.
Yeah. I mean, that was also just because they couldn't really set themselves up in post-plant positions, and they weren't playing to trade each other out. They were just trying to play to win their ones, and they lost every single one of their ones in that post-plant.
It is retook, by the way. I was right.
Retook, yeah.
Double check. I was doubting myself.
Are you checking your grammar? Nah, you're just checking.
I was.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I always gotta make sure I'm right.
That's fair.
Being correct is the only thing that matters in life, to me.
I don't think so.
Yeah, well, you're wrong. Look at that.
No, I'm not.
The streak continues.
I don't think so.
Ozone,
Yeah.
the man playing on the black stairs, has like 3 different people all bearing down on him. There's one on this window, Jarden, watching the bottom of the stairs. There's one on the top of the stairs. And there's one just around the wall, and that's this guy, Matt Bonger, who's going to go at and get 2 kills on a Cryptics in the site and Ozone on the black stairs. Aggro's got some holes through the floor, and Candle are 6 strikes. Perseus now dead. He gets 1 kill back. Defenders are going to have to use these holes through the floor to perfection. They want to stop this plant attempt. Aggro will get 1 above, but the flames are coming out. He gets the kill on Kosa anyway. The plant is completed, but Matt Bonger dies to Woos, and Jordan has to clutch a 1v3 post. He started to go upstairs, position still on black. Lycus Empire focused around Geisha. Candelar 6 already downstairs by the case. The air jab hits Woos, but aggro left unchecked. Gets 3 playing by Geisha. Gets the 3rd by Blackstairs on the retake and the counter defuse. Lycus Empire end the half 4-2.
Defender mission
Nice.
successful.
Yeah. The air jab almost literally won the attack that round. Ozone, I mean not Ozone, sorry, but aggro's him. I mean, you saw that nice shot onto the Nomad on the top of Black. Then he like braves the hells of Capital, gets a kill into the player jumping in through that window. I don't even blame the Capital dying to that. Who expects
I mean,
a bandit to just run at you like
Attackers
that?
need to locate and
through the
defuse
fire,
bomb.
no less.
Yeah, no, and he was like lit the hell up too. That's unfortunate though, but I mean, again, aggro is him. Yes.
He's guess what?
Eh,
You know what nationality he is?
what?
He's a Frenchie.
That's why.
That's what I'm saying. You can't stop. You have to expect the unexpected when you're playing a Frenchie.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Oh my god, Ozone is on Amaru. You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
If Ozone went like any better than freaking 1-12 against Aqualix, then Aqualix could have very well possibly have gotten relegated, and Gasher wouldn't be on TSM right now.
Attackers objective is to defuse the bomb.
Ozone's a hero for shitting the bed in this game against Aqualix. Let's be real.
Nah,
Anyway,
that's fair.
enough of the slander.
Oh man.
One of my favorite pastimes. But you should see how Big Fans plays their first defense. They are also opting for the Bandit and the Mira, but something that we didn't see from Lycus Empire that I'm just now realizing isn't banned is Azami.
Yeah.
Lycus Empire went 6 rounds of Skyscraper without playing Azami. That's incredible.
Yeah. And on the map, like Skyscraper, again, you mentioned it at the pre-show, or not pre-show, but before pre-map, that this is an attacker-sided map. Most of the sites depend on strong extensions and strong, roams, but strong extensions across the map, and Azami's perfect for those extensions. So the fact that they didn't play a single round with her, but then they're leading the charge 4-2. Not leading this round though, as Cryptix falls early, and so they're left with less than, actually they only have 1 nade in the pocket, and there's still so many Azami barriers or Kiba barriers to be able to clear. Perseus just is going nuclear with the MK14, grabs 2 in this round as Candle finds the frag back onto Perseus. Gives Lycus Empire some hope in this round, but
Ooh.
Jesus Christ, Kosa with the shot all the way out from Dragon into, well, past T-Room. And it's a 2v4 in favor of Big Fans. Jesus Christ.
Oh, Aggro and Ozone. We just saw it. Aggro is him. He could clutch up if afforded the opportunity. More Kibas are going out to block off these entrances, just delay Lycus Empire for so long. Aggro is out of Ash charges. Ozone with 2 Selmas, but he'll have to decide, does he want to use those on the Kibas or does he want to use them for Hard Breach? Aggro now running outside, trying to get to that shrine window. No one, I don't think any of the defenders are actually playing inside of Dragon, so free control for Ozone to start to move in. Droning for himself. There is a player on the house stairs. That's the closest one to an engagement with any of these attackers, though the wall from Dragon to Terrace is soft. Aggro will end up shooting the cam. That might call up Kosa, but wow, Aggro just destroys him through the desk. Ozone in the meantime led to about 1 HP. Aggro doesn't look the right way. Cordell finishes him off as his teammate goes down elsewhere. And the first defense of the new half goes to Big Fans.
Yeah. Big Fans doing great work early round on that T-Room extension. It's something that I've noticed, at least it's only the first round on defense for Big Fans, but Lycus Empire on their defenses, they are almost immediately ready to back off. Big Fans give it like maybe a minute more than what Lycus Empire did on their defenses. And they keep on staying in those positions. They did a fantastic job of not only staying in those positions, but finding the first 2 kills. And Finding the first 2 kills on the T room execute Lycus Empire, not really having a lot of rooms to breathe apart from aggro, who's able to get a kill through the desk on the main stairs. And that freed up some space inside of VIP, but then you still have more angles to clear. And Lycus Empire in that 2v4 just didn't really have a chance to sniff at anything even close to the site. So, yeah, good stuff from big fans in the early round.
Indeed. Now they have Tachanka.
Yeah.
Tachanka's kind of fallen off in recent times. Especially with Goyo's rework.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy that it lasts 20 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, they'll bring him anyway.
Anyway.
Maybe for additional site setup, maybe for the shield. Because Goyo doesn't have shields no more.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. Where would Tachanka play on this site? Where is he? Where is Jarden?
That's a good question. Oh, yeah, okay, never mind.
T. Okay, I mean, he could easily be used to stop any black presence.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of, Candle R6 is already climbing up the black stairs. There's a drone in front of him, too. He's got the ping on the Tachanka. Tachanka did not end up shooting the drone. I think they're clearing the fact that there's no other angles to watch Candle R6 go up these stairs. You could very easily get a freebie, but unfortunately for him, Jarden is tucked in behind this wall. In the meantime, Aggro gets the opener. The nade from below does not land from Cryptix. Aggro's pushed up pretty early, too. Jarden takes the peek, goes down. Aggro tries for a third, but gets shut down by Perseus. Candle R6 still not making his move. Staying very patient. Waiting for the confident info from his team. They'll spot out the Kiva barrier. Don't know if they still spotted Perseus hanging out by this T-wall either, but for now, the attack will just bide their time.
Yeah. I've already done the hard part. I wouldn't really say the hard part, but they've done the hard part, Jesus Christ. That's a tongue twister. Of clearing out Jarden behind that half wall. And so now the Ayana can push up the black stairs or stay in this position for free without any delay util from the defense. And now big fans, I mean 3v4, they still have the Azami in play. Kosa shooter on the MP7. It's a good gun, don't get me wrong, but can't deny the cross all the way from there. Woos is able to find one pick though in favor of Lycus Empire. There goes Cryptix to set up another. And Perseus 1v4. Well, tall task ahead of him. You still have Candle on the top of black. He gives away his position. One is on the rappel as well for Lycus Empire on the karaoke window. But it's the player inside of Geisha to take him down, and it's Lycus Empire to put themselves on 5.
That was a good attack all around from the early presence from Aggro, getting 2 kills really quickly. And from there, Lycus Empire, they saw the advantage they had. They cleared out T. They set up for the execute, and they had pretty much every crossfire imaginable accounted for. And that's the story of the round. No one from big fans could move in to stop that plant because the coverage from Lycus Empire was just too good. Like you said, now they lead 5-3. Big fans will try their luck at Barbecue and Kitchen. Bring the castle now from Jarden, foregoing the Azami, who's still sticking on the Dokkaebi as well. Pretty much the same attacking lineup with the exception of Ash swapping to Zoe. Which I guess, I mean, it makes sense. You get more util. That's really it. I mean, especially if you see they're bringing a castle, you can, I mean, sure, you still have the same amount of explosive utility, but you've also got those stuns just to clear, clear your own way in should there be Womidus or ADSs or what have you.
All in all, it's a good decision from Aggro to make that switch from the Ashe onto the Zoph. Yeah. Remember there was like a whole debate, like a long time ago, when Siege used to be like super duper, not even popular, when Siege still had like most of its player base retained, about Zoph and Zoph versus Ashe. A lot of people thought Zoph was really good, a lot of people thought Ashe was really good. And it doesn't matter what your opinion is because both of them are really good. So there you go. In their own way. It just so happens that Sophia has more util. You see the same type of push? Not. Oh, sorry. No.
What?
What? Okay.
There's a Candle R6 nade if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, I don't really know what the hell that was.
Me neither. But what we do know is that it was a wasted nade. So I don't actually. I mean, maybe it wasn't wasted. Maybe it wasn't wasted. Maybe he did get the cam. I don't know. He's playing with the confidence that he did. No, he just walked up to it and meleeed it. Okay. Jordan, unfortunately, though, will DC mid-round. Because we're out of prep, I mean, and, you know, a minute 20 in, we cannot rehost. So his team will have to play in a 4 versus 5. Perseus goes 1 for 1, takes out Candle R6, and is traded by Cryptix. Cordell follows it up with a kill on a Woos to even the man count. So no advantage here for Lycus Empire despite that disconnect. Up the black stairs they come. Does not look at the right spot for the Aruni, but Cryptix has Ozone's back. They now look to try and breach into that site. With Mapbonger and Kosa both still lingering upstairs in Geisha, and Kosa lands a nasty shot all the way down the hallway onto Cryptix. Aggro has the cutoff from the window. He's pretty much relying on Ozone solely to walk into that site and start getting the plant down up against floor holes. Unfortunately for Matt Bonger, though, not enough damage is done. Sure, Ozone is lit, but he's not dead, and he's going to try and hop back on a drone. Impact comes out, does not deal any damage whatsoever, did not go nearly far enough. And now Aggro gets off that cutoff to try and join his teammate because he's so low HP, and he's very scared of all those potential floor holes like the one that Ozone just got shot through. He's confirming that there's no one actually playing inside the site. Either of these two players can get to a safe spot from these vert holes. They can very easily plant as Kosa gives his life away, missing the shots on Aggro through the floor. Now Matt Bonger has to try and move in on these players. He'll go down the stairs, just narrowly spot Ozone, cut down that ace. And now Aggro's looking for the trade, but he's upstairs. He's got the floor holes, sure, but he's got no info to work with and no time. 3 seconds left. He's got to chase down this one. And Matt Bonger's not looking the right way. Aggro is him, clutches up again, and like his Empire go to match point.
Okay. Yeah, I just most definitely unclinched there. That was crazy. There from Aggro, and I said it. Past few rounds, he's him. He's had a couple of important ones, and that one was really, really important to put like his Empire here on match point. And I mean, for me, that round felt like it was, to be fair, kind of all over the place. I mean, from the 2v2 situation where we saw the vert holes being made in kitchen and not being made, but already there in kitchen and already, or not even in kitchen, but above a geisha and also above in tea room as well. Or not tea room, sorry. Karaoke as well. And that being such a disruption to the execution plans there from Lycus Empire, you know. And also, in a 2v1, we saw Aggro reposition, even though I didn't think that was a good idea. I didn't like the fact that he repositioned, but he did get the kill at the end of the day in a 1v1. And that's all that matters. 6-3 to Lycus Empire, match point 2.
That's to say the least. Mira's strategy, Mira Azami strat coming out once again to try and keep their team alive. Hold on to Office and Exhibition. Aggro, I just realized, is 12-6. He is rocking a 2.0 KD right now. 2.0 KD and what? 12 kills in 9 rounds is a 1 1/3 KPR, I think. If I'm not mistaken. They're already moving in down below. They're picking up the pace here. Candle, okay, Candle's just gonna walk up and die. So Candle R6 gets snuffed by Cordell, but at least there's a trade. The nade from below, very well placed from Cryptix.
Yeah. Big trade back. I mean, they did lose the Ayana early. There was no intel grabbed on the initial entry, and so Candle dies because of that. But then Cryptix, with a good game sense, realizes that the mirror might be repositioning to where he just landed his nade, and he was correct in that. Cordell dies, and that removes the nitro cell off of the hands of the defenders. I mean, On this site, there's not really, unless you're playing below, which Cordell wasn't, there's not really a lot of positions where the Nitrocell could be useful. Maybe from in lounge, but again, wasn't really positioned in that area in the first place. Could make some holes in between sites to use that. But as the case seems, there's a lot of explosions around the site itself.
Ooh.
One player's down, that's a risky pickup as Perseus gets his teammate back up. It's a 4v4. Though HP advantage is in favor of Lycus Empire.
I think they were using all those ash charges and such to see if they could finish off the downed Kosa.
Yeah.
They did get a lot of damage on a Matt Bonger though. So, you know, it wasn't completely useless, but it didn't do quite what they initially had hoped, and Wu's out-dueled by Perseus despite having the same DMR. Could not hang.
Attackers recovered the
Although the
bomb.
HP, I mean, technically the HP is still in the advantage of Lycus Empire. 3 of these defenders dead to 1 or just 2 shots, as the attackers still try and work their way in from below. Most of these defenders now quartered off towards the indestructible floor over by Bar. I think Matt Bonger also using a Kiva to cover the floor holes. As Cryptix works his way up house stairs. Kosa just around the corner. I don't know if Cryptix is looking there. He was looking left before, but he might be aware now thanks to the sound cue. No, still not looking. Matt Bonger taking even more damage from below thanks to that skeleton key. Cryptix unaware. He's not going to... Oh, he is going to check the angle. Perseus with a refrag, and aggro's down despite the low HP. Big fans still take it. A big C4 to clean up, and they keep their team alive.
Yeah. I guess Empire could not find a way to unlock that site properly, so instead, in the last few seconds, they just tried to go for a last-ditch push up the main stairs. They did, the first player that went up did a really good job. Cryptix did a really good job initially of clearing the tight right corner of the main stairs, but then also you still have to worry about the player in Dragon, and I really did like the crossfire that was set up from Big Fins, and also the initial distraction that was provided by Perseus inside of Dragon, with the Aruni, with the MK14, just shooting at the main stairs player, diverting their attention to him so that Kosa could play in that tight right corner properly. But again, I mean, that just, at the end there, that just seemed more like desperation from Lycus Empire than anything else. If your only entrance is up the main stairs on an office exhibition site tape.
10 seconds remaining.
And did really well with the buck too. I thought of like trying to clear a lot of space, trying to get like confirm some kills. They were trying to make something happen, but got desperate at the end. And that's the story.
Big fans are bringing out the Tachanka again for this site with Matt Bonger now on Ella. So, a little bit different defense. Lycus Empire now comboing the Dokkaebi and the Lion. Aggro flexing onto Hard Breach. Wow, you're really going to take that guy off of entry? That's crazy. I mean, he's got the AK-12, so... So, I mean, it's not terrible. It's just whether or not Aggro can stay alive long enough to both use his Hard Breach and be effective with the AK-12. Additionally, a huge reason why Lycus won this site is because Aggro was able to get into a fantastic position really early on as Ash and get 2 opening kills. Now, he's not going to be able to do that. In comes the bandit trick. There's a nade with his name on it, and it's going to be overwhelmingly successful. Kosa is a sitting duck and gets opening fragged quite literally by Cryptix.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. And Lycus
That
Empire
Bonger's
make it
got
too.
smoked.
Yeah, he sure did. Tried to play the little cheeky angle close up to that window and just got immediately smoked. Aggro. Again, he's him. At the moment, it looks like the best player in the lobby in terms of like his KDA as well, too. So he's just hitting shots. You can't really stop that. I mean, okay. Yes, you can.
All right.
Because Cordell's there to watch the second reload, so the timing is there, not there for him. Woos dies, as Perseus is there to find that frag. And initially, it looked like a really good entry from Lycus Empire with the coordination of those EMP impacts to force the bandit to try and bandit trick again, and then they use the nade to finally kill him. But nobody's watching T.
All
Man,
right.
not T, but nobody's watching karaoke.
Attackers are active.
Ozone just swings in.
Yeah.
And they've got the crosses too. Look, Candle R6 is top black. He's going to take the fight against Cordell. Sure, he'll miss, but that's still info he can feed to his team. Especially with Ozone just in the corner. Candle so lit up, but still gets the down. Jarden finishes him. It comes at a price. Cordell down, not finished off. Jarden dead because Ozone is still tucked in the corner. Another for Ozone. 3 for the Lion. And that ends the map. Ozone with a huge post-plant performance and the win 7-4 for Lycus Empire.
Yeah. That all comes down to them just not watching karaoke. Or not, yeah, karaoke. I keep getting the sites mixed up. You know, they're same area. They're right next to each other, whatever. But still, nobody watching karaoke. You still have the players set up in Geisha as well. And the only positionings that Lycus Empire could set themselves up in, because they couldn't really, with the way that they were already positioned, they couldn't set themselves up on Geisha window. You already have a player repelled up on the karaoke, the actual karaoke window. Player positioned to watch the rotations in that main hallway. And Lycus Empire, not Lycus Empire, but Big Fins just let them do that. And that's crazy to me because, again, you still have a player in Geisha to watch in for that swing and repel. Cordell was still there. He didn't die, didn't leave. He just looked away for like a couple seconds.
That was well done to Ozone to spot the opening.
Yeah.
And get 3 kills there. Because Candle R6 was not in a... I mean, he was in a good spot, but he was getting beat down by the crossfire because he allowed the Mira to pass. Tachanka took a close fight, but man, did Ozone have his back? I mean, even if Ozone doesn't win that there, Cryptic still has a pretty damn good shot. Because that diffuser is right in line of that window. And Cryptic's, all he's got to do is just upside down repel. Free round. But still, beautiful from Ozone. 7-4 for Lycus Empire. I believe they are they undefeated or are they 2-1? They're 3-0. Yeah, they're 3-0. They're undefeated. I believe Achieve lost as well. So Achieve are no longer undefeated. They lost to Frauds. Riz Academy lost to Above the Law. Rijoles beat X13. That's a weird one. I think LSR beat Turbo & Co. So JJ, wow, JJ might frickin' qual. That's insane. But more on that later. We have one more game to go today. Of course, it's 4 games per day. We've covered 3, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the final game of the night just after this.
On a double,